morning. Still got the beard going. Let it get out of here. I am turbo tilling some vetch and rye into a new farm we just purchased. It is like 110 acres. I think it's like 55 clear and whatever else it is, woods. So we come over here, spun it, and we're first time ever being on it. So I'll show you here in a minute what it looks like. All right, here we go. It's all those woods all over there. It's all this farmland. We're gonna bring the excavator over and shove all the woods back. And there's a couple trees out on some ditches out here and over here. We're gonna rip them out. So we'll get it right. But pretty excited. Turbo Till is doing a good job. Just working it on an angle, working the stuff in, just going over it. Running 7.6. But it's doing a pretty good job. But pretty excited. We get the excavator over here and the loader and get everything done the way we want. It'll make this farm twice as nice. Alright, so I just got the turbo till in the farm. I'll show it to you. Got the turbo till folding up. Got some trees here we gotta take out. There's a couple right there, some ditches. But it's got pretty good dark dirt for us around here. But it worked up pretty. Gotta come over and cut all the ditch banks and everything, but let's see how it all goes. Let's hope I can make it home to this damn thing. I blew that tire right before I got to the farm over there. So I went and got a new one. So let's hope I can ease home and do it. I think we're gonna take some of these weights off. There's just too many weights on this thing right here. It just, I mean, look at all them weights. And I don't know how many plates it is, but it goes all the way up to the top. So we're talking about taking some of them off, and I think she's just so heavy when she's folded up. But that's the day's work. We just got that done. I'm headed home. It's Saturday, and I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna put the locks on the cylinders. So just in case the hose breaks. Never be too safe. Morning. Got the beard still going. Of course, Miss Eastern Shore Farmer, she comes home tomorrow. So I'll probably have to trim it up, but I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts today. Because she hates it long like this. But we are moving the excavator to the new farm today. Clean up around the edges, the ditches and everything, so that's what's going on. Just following my brother over. And there he is. He is such a super truck driver. Super trucker. I think that's what you call him. Taking a long way. It's probably about 2 miles longer. And a note on the turbo till. I got about a half mile from the house and blew 2 more brand new tires on it. So we parked it at Mr. Johnny's field. He was nice enough to let us drag it up through there. So what we're gonna do is take some weights off of it because she obviously had way too many weights. They were actually 2 brand new tires. Busted the rims when they dropped down. So they got the rims. They're sending them down through Hoover's, but they don't have tires. The tires, we're getting the heaviest, dutiest tire we can get. And they'll be here in 3 days. So we're going to put them on her, and we're going to take half the weights off of her. She's got 6 rows of 6 on each side. So that's 12, let's see, 12 times, let's see, it's 6 rows of 6, that's 36, and 36 would be 72. So it's 72 weights on the center of her times, I think the weights are 1,500 pounds or something. So do whatever whatever that math is. So it's got way too much weights. Of course, we've always had tire problems with her, but not like this year. So we are going to take at least half the weights off, if not 3/4 of them off, and get them. That way it lightens her up some, because we're running out of money buying tires and rims for the damn thing. So that's what we're doing, and that won't be until 3 or 4 days, and then you'll see that video. But today our pop's gonna go clean up over here. We're not gonna be over there. We might move some trucks, try some beans, or we'll do something, but this is his little playing around stuff with the excavator. Okay, tomorrow is a very important day, and I try not to get political on this channel, but it needs to be said. So it is what it is. If you don't like it, sorry. First thing I want you to do tomorrow is go grocery shopping, and then look at your bill and how much everything costs. Then I want you to go fill your car up with gas and see how much it costs to put gas in your tank now compared to what it was when Trump was presidency. Then I want you to look at your 401k and just your general stuff that is 10 times more expensive, a price of a vehicle, doesn't matter what it is. I want you to look at that. And then I want you to remember when COVID was here in 21, they wouldn't let you leave your house. My grandmother died. We weren't allowed to go to her funeral because of COVID, so you didn't even get to give her that last send-off after 90-some years being alive in this world and spending every day with her. You didn't get to see her one last time because the government wouldn't let you. The government was beating people because they were going into restaurants without their vaccine card. They were making people or children take jabs, keeping them away from their schools for a year or two, and that really ruined the kids. It was horrible. It was a depression for the kids. Just think about all this stuff that this government has done that's been in control the last 2 years. And if you don't go in there and make a change, then they're going to do it this winter to us. Now we know that the election's probably going to be, who knows, because Biden already come on and said we don't know how long it's going to take to count the votes. So they're already figuring out a way to get the votes they need after the polls have closed. So everybody needs to think about this and watch this video and just remember what they've done to Americans the last 2 years. And not only that, they've been giving Ukraine $100 billion of our money when we have problems right here in our own country that they won't solve. Illegal immigration, infrastructure falling apart. Just remember all this before you vote tomorrow, and then let's hope you vote the right way. Just my thoughts. Okay, tomorrow is a very important day, and I try not to get political on this channel, but it needs to be said. So it is what it is. If you don't like it, sorry. First thing I want you to do tomorrow is go grocery shopping, and then look at your bill and how much everything costs. Then I want you to go fill your car up with gas and see how much it costs to put gas in your tank now compared to what it was when Trump was presidency. Then I want you to look at your 401k and just your general stuff that is 10 times more expensive, a price of a vehicle, doesn't matter what it is. I want you to look at that. And then I want you to remember when COVID was here in 21, they wouldn't let you leave your house. My grandmother died. We weren't allowed to go to her funeral because of COVID, so you didn't even get to give her that last send-off after 90-some years being alive in this world and spending every day with her. You didn't get to see her one last time because the government wouldn't let you. The government was beating people because they were going into restaurants without their vaccine card. They were making people or children take jabs, keeping them away from their schools for a year or two, and that really ruined the kids. It was horrible. It was a depression for the kids. Just think about all this stuff that this government has done that's been in control the last 2 years. And if you don't go in there and make a change, then they're going to do it this winter to us. Now we know that the election's probably going to be, who knows, because Biden already come on and said we don't know how long it's going to take to count the votes. So they're already figuring out a way to get the votes they need after the polls have closed. So everybody needs to think about this and watch this video and just remember what they've done to Americans the last 2 years. And not only that, they've been giving Ukraine $100 billion of our money when we have problems right here in our own country that they won't solve. Illegal immigration, infrastructure falling apart. Just remember all this before you vote tomorrow, and then let's hope you vote the right way. Just my thoughts. That is nice having one of them now. Probably better than corn, but it's still nice having one though. This is the first time I've ever rode one and seen that alone. Man, I mean, you're the only one that has a grain cart that I can ride with. Even though the equipment's red, it's still neat. It's still pretty neat. America just went and voted, so let's hope you all do the same exact thing. Please, this is our chance to change all the nonsense that happened the last 2 years with them shutting the businesses down, arresting people for not wearing a mask, forcing our children to wear a mask all day through school, sit in these little plastic dividers. Same way when you go to a store, they put plastic dividers up everywhere. You weren't allowed to go grocery shopping. Remember when you could go grocery shopping, the stores were bare. We're farmers, you can't find parts, you can't get nothing, and everything you do find now is 3 times higher for parts now. Equipment's 3 times higher. It's not just for farmers, it's for everybody. Go to the grocery store, gas pump, anything you do on a daily basis that costs you money, go and see how much it costs you. And we've had enough. The police were beating people up and locking people up, dragging them out of restaurants because they refused to wear a mask. It was nonsense. Please go vote and change it. Now, all politicians are crooked. They do whatever they can to stay in power. But the ones that have been in power the last 2 years have abused everything, stole taxpayers' money, and done everything they can to hurt the American people, and they're hoping that you forgot about it right now. And we haven't forgot. Don't ever forget about what they do to Americans. It's ridiculous. If you are blind to it, then you're just blind to it, and there's no talking out of nothing. So crime's horrible. You got people pushing. Look at the videos. People were at the New York subway, and people were going up and pushing them in front of trains, normal citizens waiting for their train to work, and they're pushing them in front of the train, killing them, and they're getting away with it. The people in New York, the attorneys are just letting them go, the prosecutors, out on bail for no reason after they murder somebody. You got women being raped in these democratic cities, nobody's doing anything about it. You got women being killed. Everything is going bad, and this is the day we can change it. And if you're too whatever on whatever you are and it doesn't change because you didn't like how Trump talked, then don't complain about it when it keeps happening and happening and happening. And the president we have now is worthless. He's horrible. He's corrupt. This is the day of change. So we're not changing the president, but we're trying to change everybody else that's in charge. So let's change them out, and then in 2 years, I can't believe we have 2 years with this idiot left. But anyway, in 2 years, we're going to get rid of him too and put somebody else in there. I personally would like to see a Trump DeSantis ticket. But if it's corrupt and they rig the election again, who knows? I'm sure that everybody that's good will be ahead, and then when we go to sleep tonight, they'll be behind. But let's hope not. Let's hope and pray that the election cycle, they got it fixed. People are watching, no more corruption. It's the best we can do. Alright, well, we are back to cutting today. I just went and voted. Got other guys got their combines rolling down here. Beans aren't doing too bad. They're right in the 40s. So they are what they are now. With that storm coming this weekend, we are going to start knocking stuff out. I hope once again everybody voted. We have to change this country back because it is going to hell. And I hate being political on here anymore, but come on, people. You got to do something. Unless you like paying $7 for a gallon of milk, $5 a loaf of bread, and $5 something for fuel, almost $6. Who knows what it'll be wintertime. So, wise up. And there goes the second combine going by. Them guys, they live about 2 hours away. They typical. There's another guy around here. He drives 2-3 hours away, and well, he might be an hour away, but comes down here and pays tons of rent for land, and then that's why us local farmers can't pick up more land, because them huge guys from 2-3 hours away, they will come down and drive the price up so high. But I guess if you can do it, you can do it. So we can't afford to do it. You can only afford to pay what you can pay to make it work. So I don't know. Wish we could get more land. It's just hard. It's hard around here. Quarters. Everything we plant is probably about 95% of high oil soybeans. They call them Plenish. We found that they actually yield better than the regular soybeans do. Plus they give you a premium of, I think this year it's 75 cents a bushel. Next year it'll be $1 a bushel. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's a nice incentive to plant them. But my brother, he took a load, just didn't take a load over. So I'm loading the other hopper now. But the wind is blowing probably 25 miles an hour a day, so that makes it pretty good for cutting soybeans anyway. Keep them dry down pretty good. You'll see I rode with my buddy Tom last night. They farm quite a bit of land around here, and of course he does have Case equipment, so that makes it horrible. But it was fun just riding and bullshit with him. The combine broke down last night. I had a pin come out on the auger inside the green tank, and I couldn't get it up by myself, so it was getting late anyway, so I just said heck with it. My brother, we came to fix it this morning, but I went and rode with Tom because he was cutting right down the street from my house last night. So that's what you'll see in the video. They bought a nice grain cart, and I tell you, grain carts are really nice. I really wish we had one. Way better than buying another hopper, because then you gotta get another truck, you gotta tag it, you gotta worry about all the tires on it. don't have to go out on the road. You can just hook that grain cart to a tractor and just keep unloading. I mean, man, they're really nice. One day I'll have a grain cart. So, but yeah, they bought 1,000 bushel J&M, and it's nice. He did say to get to 1,200 because he can get 1,000 on it, but when you try to roll the tarp, you know, it's a little tight. So he suggested getting a 1,200, but then if you get a 1,200, you're gonna put 1,200 on it, and I'm sure it's hard to roll the tarp on there, but still nice. I mean, the combine don't have to stop and just steady roll, and you know, they use it in beans too, but they use a lot of, you know, the main goal was in corn, and but one day we'll get one. And we got a spare 8335R that sits there during corn season. We're not using her right at that time, so she'd be perfect hooked up to it. So, but anyway, everything seems to be going okay. So it's election day. Get out and vote. Let's change the way things are going. It's up to us. So if we don't change it, then we can only blame ourselves when something horrible happens. So, and it doesn't matter if you get tired of hearing me talk about election day or not. This is a very important day. Because if you think the presidency is important, it seems like Congress and Senate and governors are a lot more important. It seems like they dictate all the nonsense. So let's get out and vote. Let's change how things are, and then in 2 years we can change the presidency. Get rid of that fool. Got some pretty wheat over there. Right on the other side of it, I got more beans, so I'm trying to get this farm right here done. Plus, we got some pretty wheat right here, too. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks good. So I got just this field right here left, and then I got like a 15-acre field over there to do, and then I will be going over to cross that wheat on that farm, doing that. One of these days, I'm going to get a drone and fly the drone and show you some drone video. I've been looking into them, so hopefully Black Friday they'll have some deals on them. That'll be pretty cool. So anyway, it's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and just keep watching. And I got the beard, Miss Eastern Shore Farmer. She comes home tonight, and I'm not shaving. I've already told her I'm letting the beard grow. We're gonna get it out. Big beard. And I'm not cutting my hair neither because I'm losing too much of it, so I gotta leave it here. Told her that too. It's winter time. I'm gonna let everything grow. So, all right, keep watching. See, and the people that watch and don't subscribe, make sure you subscribe. Get your kids, wives, girlfriends. Watch. See you.